Question 1. What does a triangular sign with a red border and an exclamation mark indicate? A. Mandatory stop ahead. B. Other danger ahead. C. No entry zone. D. Information point. Answers is B. Other danger ahead. This sign is a general warning sign indicating other danger or accident-prone area ahead. Drivers should proceed with caution and be prepared for potential hazards not covered by specific warning signs. Question 2. You are driving on a motorway. What does a green reflective stud on the road mean? A. End of motorway. B. Temporary roadworks. C. Exit from the motorway. D. Lay-by ahead. Answers is C. Exit from the motorway. Green reflective studs mark the position of a slip road or exit from a motorway. They help drivers identify exits, especially in poor visibility, improving safety and navigation. Question 3. What does a circular sign with a red border and a black no entry bar across it signify? A. No entry for vehicles. B. Pedestrian zone. C. One-way street. D. Give way ahead. Answers is A. No entry for vehicles. This sign means no entry. It is commonly placed at the end of a one-way street, at exits from car parks, or to prohibit entry to specific areas, preventing vehicles from entering a restricted section of road. Question 4. What is the maximum speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a dual carriageway? A. 80. B. 70. C. 60. D. 50. Answers is C. 60. For cars towing caravans or trailers, the maximum speed limit on dual carriageways and motorways is 60/96, provided the car and trailer meet specific weight and length requirements. On single carriageways, it is 50. Question 5. What does a triangular sign with a red border and an image of a bicycle indicate? A. No cycling allowed. B. Cyclists. C. Cycle lane ahead. D. Shared path. Answers is B. Cyclists. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where cyclists are likely to cross or emerge onto the road. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and give way to cyclists, especially near cycle paths or routes. Question 6. What action should you take if you see a give way sign? A. Stop completely. B. Give way to traffic on the major road. C. Accelerate quickly. D. Honk your horn. Behind a large goods vehicle, why should you increase your following distance? A. To encourage them to speed up. B. To see if they have dangerous goods. C. To see the road ahead better. D. To avoid their blind spots. Answers is C. To see the road ahead better. Increasing your following distance behind a large vehicle allows you to have a better view of the road ahead, including any hazards or traffic changes. It also provides more time and space to react to sudden braking or other maneuvers by the vehicle in front. Question 8. What does a circular sign with a blue background and a white arrow pointing straight ahead indicate? A. Proceed straight only. B. One-way street. C. No U-turn. D. End of mandatory straight. Answers is A. Proceed straight only. This is a mandatory sign indicating that you must proceed straight ahead. It is often found at junctions or roundabouts to guide traffic flow in a specific direction. Question 9. When is it legal to use the horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7:00 am? A. To greet a friend. B. To warn of danger to other road users. C. To show annoyance at slow traffic. D. To signal turning. Answers is B. To warn of danger to other road users. The highway code states that you must not use your horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7:00 am unless another road user poses a danger. Its primary purpose is to alert others to your presence or to a potential hazard. Question 10. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a arrow curving to the right then left indicate? A. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Slippery road ahead. D. Road narrows from right. Answers is A. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. This warning sign indicates a series of dangerous curves ahead, with the first curve bending to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for multiple changes in direction. Question 11. What should you do if you see a pedestrian with a white cane and a red band crossing the road? A. Flash your headlights. B. Stop and wait for them to cross. C. Drive around them slowly. D. Honk to alert them. Answers is B. Stop and wait for them to cross. A pedestrian with a white cane and a red band is both deaf and blind. You must show extreme caution, stop, and wait patiently for them to cross safely. Do not use your horn or lights as it may startle them. Question 12. What does a circular sign with a red border and a diagonal line across a horn signify? A. No sounding of horn. B. Horn broken. C. Emergency service. D. Silent zone. Answers is A. No sounding of horn. This prohibitory sign means no sounding of horn. It is typically found in residential areas, near hospitals, or at specific times to reduce noise pollution. You should only use the horn in an emergency to warn of danger. Question 13. What is the primary reason for checking your tire pressure regularly? A. To improve acceleration. B. To save fuel and reduce wear. C. To make the car quieter. D. To make steering heavier. Answers is B. To save fuel and reduce wear. Correct tire pressure is crucial for fuel efficiency, reducing tire wear, and maintaining optimal grip and handling. Or tires can negatively affect braking distance, stability, and control. Question 14. What does a triangular sign with a red border and an image of a red car skidding indicate? A. Car park ahead. B. Road closed. C. Slippery road. D. Uneven road. Answers is C. Slippery road. This warning sign indicates a slippery road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, avoid sudden braking or steering movements, and be prepared for grip, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 15. You are approaching a roundabout. What does a blue circular sign with 3 white arrows forming a circle mean? A. Roundabout ahead mandatory. B. One-way traffic. C. U-turn permitted. D. Motorway junction. Answers is A. Roundabout ahead mandatory. This mandatory sign indicates a roundabout circular intersection and that you must proceed in the direction of the arrows. You should approach with caution, give way to traffic already on the roundabout from your right, and signal appropriately. Question 16. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Try to fix it yourself on the hard shoulder. B. Walk to the next service station. C. Move to the hard shoulder, switch on hazard lights, call for help. D. Stay in the left lane with hazard lights on. Answers is C. Move to the hard shoulder, switch on hazard lights, call for help. If your vehicle breaks down on a motorway, you should try to move it to the hard shoulder. Switch on your hazard warning lights, exit the vehicle from the side, move to a safe place behind the barrier, and use an emergency telephone or mobile phone to call for assistance. Question 17. What does a blue circular sign with a white pedestrian symbol indicate? A. Pedestrians forbidden. B. Pedestrian track mandatory. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. Shared path. Answers is B. Pedestrian track mandatory. This mandatory sign indicates a pedestrian track or path. Pedestrians must use this path, and vehicles are generally prohibited from entering it, ensuring pedestrian safety away from traffic. Question 18. How can you tell if an automatic car is in park? A. The engine is off. B. The handbrake is on. C. The gear selector is in P. D. The brake pedal is pressed. Answers is C. The gear selector is in P. In an automatic car, Park P is selected on the gear selector. This locks the transmission, preventing the wheels from turning. Always engage the handbrake as well, especially on inclines, for added security. Question 19. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a steep slope with an arrow pointing upwards indicate? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Uneven road. D. Road narrows. Answers is A. Steep ascent. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent uphill gradient ahead. Drivers should select an appropriate gear to maintain power and speed, and be aware of potential strain on the engine. Question 20. What should you do if you accidentally drive into a system? A. Drive as normal and ignore the signs. B. Reduce speed, choose a lane and stay in it. C. Stop and wait for instructions. D. Perform a U-turn immediately. Answers is B. Reduce speed, choose a lane and stay in it. Systems mean traffic is flowing in the opposite direction to normal on a specific lane. If you enter one, reduce your speed, choose an appropriate lane and stay in it. Overtaking is usually prohibited, and barriers or cones separate you from oncoming traffic. Question 21. What does a triangular sign with a red border and an image of children running indicate? A. Children, e.g. near school. B. Play area. C. Pedestrian crossing. D. No children allowed. Answers is A. Children, e.g. near school. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where children are likely to be, such as near schools or playgrounds. Drivers should reduce speed, be highly vigilant, and be prepared for children to act unpredictably. Question 22. What does a circular sign with a red border and the number 50 indicate? A. Maximum speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed limit 50. C. Distance to nearest town 50. D. Road number 50. Answers is A. Maximum speed limit 50. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50 units e.g., 50 or 50, depending on context and location. Drivers must not exceed this speed limit, even if the national speed limit for the road type is higher. Question 23. Why is it important to switch off your rear fog lights once visibility improves? A. To save battery power. B. To avoid dazzling drivers behind you. C. To cool down the lights. D. It's illegal to have them on in clear weather. Answers is B. To avoid dazzling drivers behind you. Rear fog lights are very bright and can dazzle drivers behind you in clear conditions, making it difficult for them to see your brake lights or indicators. They should only be used when visibility is seriously less than 100 meters. Question 24. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a crossing pedestrian indicate? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. No pedestrians. C. Shared path. D. Pedestrian zone. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down or stop to allow pedestrians to cross safely. It often precedes a zebra crossing or other pedestrian crossing point. Question 25. When are you allowed to cross a solid white line in the center of the road? A. To overtake a slow-moving vehicle. B. To pass a stationary obstruction. C. To turn into a side road. D. At any time if the road is clear. Answers is B. To pass a stationary obstruction. A solid white line indicates you must not cross or straddle it unless it is safe and necessary to do so. E.g., to pass a stationary obstruction, or to allow access to a property adjacent to the road. Turning into a side road is an exception if safe. Question 26. What does a red triangle with a black image of a cow indicate? A. Farm shop ahead. B. Cattle crossing. C. Grazing. D. Zoo nearby. Answers is B. Cattle crossing. This warning sign indicates that domestic animals, particularly cattle, may be crossing the road. Drivers should reduce speed, be prepared to stop, and be especially cautious in rural or farming areas. Question 27. What does a blue rectangular sign with a white arrow pointing to the right indicate? A. One-way road right. B. Turn right ahead. C. No right turn. D. Parking on right. Answers is A. One-way road right. This information sign indicates that the road you are on is a one-way road. In the context of the highway code, it often implies traffic flows in the direction of the arrow. This specific sign implies a one-way street where traffic moves to the right of the sign. Question 28. What is the typical stopping distance at 70 in good conditions? A. 75 meters. B. 120 meters. C. 96 meters 24 car lengths. D. 150 meters. Answers is C. 96 meters 24 car lengths. The typical stopping distance at 70 is approximately 96 meters 315 feet, which is roughly equivalent to 24 car lengths. This includes thinking distance and braking distance, and can vary based on vehicle, driver, and road conditions. Question 29. What does a red circular sign with a diagonal line through AP indicate? A. No parking. B. Parking permitted. C. Paid parking. D. Parking for disabled. Answers is A. No parking. This prohibitory sign means no parking. You are not allowed to park your vehicle at this location, although stopping to set down or pick up passengers or goods may be permitted if not causing an obstruction. Question 30. When must you use your headlights during the day? A. Always for safety. B. When visibility is seriously. C. Only in tunnels. D. When following a truck. Answers is B. When visibility is seriously. The highway code advises using headlights during the day when visibility is seriously, such as in fog, heavy rain, or snow, or when driving in tunnels. This helps other road users see you. Question 31. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a winding road graphic bending right indicate? A. Dangerous curve to the right. B. Dangerous curve to the left. C. Road narrows from right. D. Series of curves. Answers is A. Dangerous curve to the right. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and be prepared to steer into the bend. It is crucial to anticipate the curve and adjust driving accordingly. Question 32. What does a blue circular sign with a white bicycle symbol indicate? A. No cycling allowed. B. Cycle track mandatory. C. Cyclists crossing. D. Bicycle parking. Answers is B. Cycle track mandatory. This mandatory sign indicates a cycle track. Cyclists must use this track where provided, and other vehicles are generally prohibited. It ensures a safe route for cyclists separate from general traffic. Question 33. What should you do if a driver behind you is trying to overtake, but there's an oncoming vehicle? A. Speed up to prevent them. B. Maintain your speed and position. C. Brake hard to create space. D. Flash your hazard lights. Answers is B. Maintain your speed and position. If a driver behind you is attempting to overtake but faces oncoming traffic, you should maintain your current speed and position. Do not accelerate or slow down significantly, as this could make their maneuver more dangerous. Let them judge whether it's safe to complete their overtake. Question 34. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a car on uneven bumps indicate? A. Uneven road. B. Hump ahead. C. Roadworks. D. Slippery road. Answers is A. Uneven road. This warning sign indicates an uneven road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed to avoid damage to their vehicle or loss of control, especially over potholes or rough patches. Question 35. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a steep slope with an arrow pointing downwards indicate? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Road narrows. D. Hump bridge. Answers is A. Steep descent. This warning sign indicates a steep descent downhill gradient ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear to use engine braking, reducing the need for constant foot braking and preventing brake fade. Question 36. You are about to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you check first? A. Your fuel gauge. B. The speed limit. C. Your mirrors and signal. D. The car radio. Answers is C. Your mirrors and signal. Before turning right, you should always use the routine. Check your mirrors to assess traffic behind and to your sides, then signal your intention well in advance to inform other road users. Question 37. What does a circular sign with a red border and a car and motorcycle, both with a diagonal line through them, indicate? A. No vehicles allowed. B. Lane closure. C. No overtaking. D. Overtaking zone. Answers is C. No overtaking. This prohibitory sign means no overtaking. It prohibits all vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles, except for motorcycles or bicycles. It is used where overtaking would be unsafe, such as on bends or narrow roads. Question 38. What does a triangular sign with a red border and a lorry shedding stones indicate? A. Road works ahead. B. Loose gravel stone materials. C. Falling rocks. D. Mud on road. Answers is B. Loose gravel stone materials. This warning sign indicates loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent stones from being thrown up, which could damage their own or other vehicles. Question 39. What does a rectangular blue sign with a large white M and a picture of a bridge indicate? A. Motorway expressway. B. Bridge ahead. C. Motorcycle lane. D. Meeting point. Answers is A. Motorway expressway. This is an information sign indicating the start of a motorway. Motorways have specific rules, such as higher speed limits, restrictions on certain vehicle types, and no stopping on the hard shoulder except in. Question 40. What should you do if you encounter a red flashing light at a level crossing? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop immediately, even if the barrier is up. C. Sound your horn. D. Drive around the barrier if no train is visible. Answers is B. Stop immediately, even if the barrier is up. Red flashing lights at a level crossing mean a train is approaching, and you must stop immediately, even if the barriers have not yet come down. Ignoring these signals is extremely dangerous and illegal. Question 41. What does a triangular sign with a red border and an image of a deer indicate? A. Wild animals. B. Safari park. C. Nature reserve. D. Farm animals. Answers is A. Wild animals. This warning sign indicates areas where wild animals, such as deer, may unexpectedly cross the road. Drivers should reduce speed and be particularly vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk, which are active times for wildlife. Question 42. What does a red circular sign with a diagonal line through a blue background indicate? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Clearway. D. No entry. Answers is B. No stopping. This prohibitory sign means no stopping. You must not stop your vehicle for any reason, not even to pick up or set down passengers or goods. This is usually found in areas where stopping would cause a significant obstruction or danger. Question 43. What should you do if you become tired while driving? A. Turn up the radio. B. Stop and rest as soon as it's safe. C. Open the window for fresh air. D. Drink a strong coffee and continue. Answers is B. Stop and rest as soon as it's safe. If you feel tired while driving, you should stop at the next safe opportunity, such as a service station or lay-by, and take a break or nap. Driving while fatigued significantly impairs reaction times and judgment, increasing accident risk. Question 44. What does a blue rectangular sign with white text residential area indicate? A. Residential area living zone. B. No entry zone. C. Parking zone. D. Pedestrian area. Answers is A. Residential area living zone. This information sign indicates the beginning of a residential area or living zone. In these areas, speed limits are usually low, and pedestrians, especially children, may be present. Drivers should be extra cautious. Question 45. What does a circular sign with a red border and a arrow with a diagonal line through it mean? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. One-way street. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is A. No right turn. This prohibitory sign means no right turn. Drivers are not permitted to turn right at this junction. This is often implemented to improve traffic flow or safety at specific intersections. Question 46. What is the primary function of braking system ABS? A. To reduce braking distance. B. To prevent wheels from locking up during braking. C. To improve acceleration. D. To activate hazard lights automatically. Answers is B. To prevent wheels from locking up during braking. ABS is designed to prevent the wheels from locking up during heavy braking, especially on slippery surfaces. This allows the driver to maintain steering control while braking, which is crucial for avoiding obstacles. It doesn't necessarily reduce stopping distance on all surfaces. Question 47. What does a triangular sign with a red border and traffic lights indicate? A. Traffic light ahead. B. Stop sign ahead. C. Traffic island. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is A. Traffic light ahead. This warning sign indicates that there are traffic lights ahead. Drivers should prepare to slow down and stop if necessary, depending on the light signal. It gives advance notice of potential traffic control. Question 48. What does a circular sign with a red border and a white horizontal bar indicate? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. End of speed limit. C. Pedestrian zone. D. No through road. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign, often called a do not enter sign, means no entry for all vehicles in that direction. It typically indicates a one-way street where you are approaching from the wrong direction or an entrance to a restricted area. Question 49. When approaching a busy junction, why should you be particularly aware of motorcyclists? A. They are usually speeding. B. They are smaller and harder to see. C. They always have priority. D. They don't use indicators. Answers is B. They are smaller and harder to see. Motorcyclists are more vulnerable road users. Due to their smaller size, they can be easily obscured by other vehicles or road features, especially at busy junctions. Always look carefully for them, particularly when turning or changing lanes. Question 50. What does a inverted triangle indicate? A. Give way. B. Stop. C. Warning. D. Information. Answers is A. Give way. This sign is a give way sign. It means you must give priority to traffic on the road you are joining or crossing. You should slow down, be prepared to stop, and only proceed when it is safe to do so without causing other vehicles to change speed or direction.